Hello. So here we go. Here's our next exercise in this series. I have to make sure I have my bottom in the right place on my chair. This is our hand and arms exercise. Hands first, arms second part of the exercise. Of course, they're connected to each other, but we're just going to focus on a few different things. In the first part, we're going to think about this movement of our hands. So the movement of our hands is, we're going to call that Spanish. So you're just gathering and gathering your hands, gathering, and you know, my left hand is very much less expert at that. Of course, being right-handed, that makes sense. And that's our movement. Just, you see a little twist in the wrist, moving the bones in the forearm, and your fingers are really kind of one after another, and the thumb closes it back in. You can do this from any place you would like, yeah? So let's just find a few different places. Challenge yourself to find any place. This movement is in the choreography for SharingDance2020, so it's an opportunity for us to practice it slowly and carefully so that we can understand the movement. Make sure you have, again, still, you should be in the same class mode, but you're going to make sure that your space is nicely safe for you, and you're going to position yourself in your chair so that your feet are underneath your knees and you're sitting very tall. The second part is our butterfly or bird hands. We're going to do that same movement we did in our warm-up, which was press down and push up. And then we're going to open the one arm. Yeah? Good. So we're going to do the same thing. Press down and push up and open the other side. Now the choreography, you only have to do one side, but we can make sure we do it on both. So we're going to do our fingers first. We're going to go once, then twice, then 3 times, then 4 times in our piece of music. In the choreography, it's 5 times because it's a different kind of music. Then we're going to go push down, push up, and open. We'll start with this arm. And we're going to do it again. Reach 4, and 2, and 3, and 4. Going across your body is really good for your spine, so don't be afraid to do that and challenge yourself within how you feel today. Push down, push up, and let's try the other arm, just because our brain is going to be happy to do it on both sides. So that's the hand section. Then we're going to do a movement that is in this choreography that has a contraction. So we're going to put our hands in our fist. We're going to hold the fist with one hand just like this or like this, whichever you're comfortable. You don't have to switch. You can do the same one every single time, but you're going to have this action of push down. Okay? So I'm going to go back and sit on my chair. This whole exercise is done seated in a chair, and I'm going to make sure I'm careful to move backwards this time and sit down really carefully. So we're going to have our hand in our fist, and we're going to press through the hands towards my feet. And then I'm going to have a nice rounded upper back and a good stretch. Now in dance we have, that's called a contraction, and we can use our breath and go so it's very helpful. The breath really helps. And then we're going to bring this arm up and this arm up. We're going to do that again. So 4 times. It's really simple to repeat. 4 times is my you learn it, you try it, you could become more expert, and then the 4th time it starts to make more sense. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try this side. And just so there's a little bit of 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try this side so that we have a little bit of brain happening, and brain gym, and we think the other side. Yes? But if you're happy to do it, as long as you're doing it. So that's part number 2. We're going to start the exercise with the music, and we're going to think about this rolling our shoulders, because our next exercises, one of them is going to have a more shoulder movement. So I'm going to ask you to really feel about that movement with your shoulders. And now let's just make it go the other direction. So you're going up and the shoulders are coming forward. And if you're really mindful of how you feel your shoulders and your back, you're gonna see they slide up and down. So just gonna make sure that that's all lubricated in there. And then we're gonna go with our music. So here we go with our music. And our music is going to be a little Spanish style. So we're gonna, first is our hands, and then we're going to have the push down and open, hands again, push down and up and open, and then this lovely contraction feeling with our wings. Yeah? Okay, so here we go. Sitting nice and tall. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, and open. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, and open. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, and open. And 1, 2. Anywhere you like. 4. Down, up, and open. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Find one arm, then the other. Use your breath. Breathe in and out. Let's try that second arm. And repeat. 1. Breathe out. And up. And up. And in. Breathe in. Exhale. And beautiful. And sitting nice and tall. And so when we exhale, when we do that movement, we have the contraction, and it really gives our back a good stretch. So I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to stand up. I'm just going to show you what that looks like from the side. And it will just look like this. Yes? So I've really contracted inside here. Yeah? And now we're going to lift this up. And just to make sure our shoulders are working in different directions and not just one, just roll your shoulders back. And try that again. Breathe in. And then you're going to feel those arms come up like a bird. All right, that's that exercise. So that's a really good exercise to practice the different hand movements and that contraction with the different ways of getting in and out of the beautiful arms. Okay, so now we're going to prepare for our next exercise. Thank you.